Sorry, bear with me. Just need to. There we go. I have invited Georgina. I'm hoping that she can see this and is about to jump on somewhere. Hi. So, this week. Oh, here we go. Approve and. Done it? Have we done it without much drama? Hi. Hi. We did it. Oh, Sam, are we going to do it? Are we going to do it? So,
Right.
we're jumping on here. Did you see the title, Georgina?
Flawlessly something. I didn't see.
Flawlessly 4.
I didn't see all of it because I was trying to get on.
I was trying to keep going with the numbers.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So
yeah.
2 girls, flawlessly 4. So let's see how it works.
Right. I'm just going to share this to my
Go for it.
right post.
So while Georgina's sharing that, I'm gonna waffle at you for a few seconds. So the whole idea of this one, Flawlessly 4, is because my favourite thing ever is back. The Flawless 4 collection. The Flawless 4 collection. And we have so much to tell you about this because, are you ready, Georgina? I'm going to need you to start doing this.
Yep.
Right, so it includes a face primer. You can choose the regular primer as demonstrated over here by Georgina, or you can choose a hydrating primer. This is the one I'm going to be using. I've had it a couple of weeks and I'm addicted, absolutely addicted. Then we have the foundation, and there are so many options here. So we have, what are you using today, Georgina?
The liquid.
The liquid foundation. We have this one that I know you've all seen many times from me. That's the spray foundation. We have the BB cream. This one,
We do.
this one I absolutely love. Absolutely love this. I find, for me, someone with dry skin, this is incredible. And we have, there we go.
Cream.
Is that the cream? I couldn't tell for a second. Cream to powder.
I have used it quite a lot.
Yeah. So the cream to powder foundation, and then the one I'm using today.
Oh no, we've also got the loose powder foundation.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Do you not?
No, don't have that one. Loose powder. And I've got the stick foundation, which actually this is, yeah. The BB cream I love and use that most days. This one I've got to say is pretty much an all-time favourite. So
my stick's in my bag.
Oh,
that's my that are my fave. They're my faves.
Stick in that one.
Do you know why?
Go on.
The stick gives you really good coverage and like quite lightweight. This gives you a buildable coverage and it's lightweight, but you know.
See, I like this one. I actually like this more than I like the liquid, but that is because, because this I find really moisturising. Now with my dry skin, this one for me is incredible. It gives me that light coverage, but it also hydrates and moisturises. I love it. I've got to put some of this on because I've just washed my face.
I find this is really nice, but I find I'm looking at my skin thinking I feel wet.
Really?
Not feel wet, like look like I'm sweaty, because I haven't got particularly dry skin, so I don't know.
No, I get that. Yeah. I do get that. like I wouldn't recommend anyone with oily skin to
No.
get this one. I wouldn't, because it's got so much moisturizer in it
Mm.
that that's just not going to be helpful. But for someone like me with dry skin, do you know I use this under the liquid foundation, and sometimes if my skin's particularly dry, I'll use it underneath the stick foundation as well.
Oh.
So I put on, that's how buildable it is.
No, I do like the BB cream, but for me, I prefer a matter look.
Right, so we've gone completely off topic. So
Yeah, well,
we're just
no, we haven't
debating
gone
our
off
voice,
topic.
right? Debating our foundations. So we get the primer, the foundation, yep, a concealer, any colour of your choice. We match you, so we get the concealer. I'm using Scarlet.
Oh,
Georgina, what are you using? What colour?
what for concealer?
Yeah,
Organza.
Ganza.
It's quite a bit lighter than my skin, though.
Yeah, well, I'm actually organza in the winter because I'm quite pale, but I'm using velour because that's lighter than that, and I'm going to use it for highlighting. And then I'm going to use the setting spray. I normally use the setting powder, but I lost it. I
Sad
lost my
times.
setting powder, and I don't know where. Your
You put your
skin
face
like
in.
putting your face in flour.
Is that something you do regularly?
Well, according to Barry, I do it at least once a week with when I wear my my exfoliating mask. He says I look like I've
Oh,
dipped
okay.
my face in flour.
So
I know he's
I
charming,
found,
isn't he?
it is very charming. I found this today.
Oh,
That was our original colours for the liquid foundation. I
did you
mean, we've
find my
added.
setting powder?
I didn't. I haven't got your setting powder. I promise.
Do you know, this is the occupational hazard. We go and we do events, and every time we come back, we're like, I haven't got this, I haven't got that. Penny will tell you, I think Penny's lost about, oh, I don't know why I'm shaking my brush cleaner at you. I'm like that, I'm using setting powder, I'm not spraying that on my face.
Not with that, you're not.
No, this is my setting spray. Over here, the big one. Penny, I think, has lost about 400 of these.
I haven't got any. I've only got one.
So there's the setting spray. So that's what I'm going to be using. My favourite, I've got to admit, my favourite, as much as I love this, is the setting powder. What one's your favourite?
I quite like the spray because it's just easy.
The spray is very easy. It is
And I think
easy.
like if you really want to be really quick, and I'm always a little bit nervous of sort of putting powder on top and then smudging everything else.
Yeah. See, I tend to just pat it all over. I don't rub.
I know, but I'm still frightened of like disturbing everything.
Yeah.
So a bit of a done.
Yeah. Yeah, it is easy. I'll show you how easy at the end when we do it.
Right.
So then setting spray.
I'm debating which side. Maybe that side because I've got that.
Do that side. I tend to do this side because it's just
I always seem to,
my
yeah.
light here, so I'm kind of off center with my light.
I always do my right hand side. Let's do the left hand side. It feels a little bit left out.
I'm going to continue with my right.
So I've just realised I've got the radio playing in the background.
Oh, cool.
Do, 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 do,
Oh,
do,
you've
do.
lost your spray, Penny.
Not me! Not me!
I did the same. I ordered the powder today. I was like, I'm going to need a new setting powder. And I ordered the powder. And then I went to jump on here. Sorry, go on, Georgina.
No, I'm not talking. I'm just,
Showing, showing the primer. Yeah, and then I went to jump on here and I went through everything and I couldn't find it. I was gutted. I've got one on the way.
I think I
Yeah,
put too much
tiny
on.
amount.
I think even that's too much for a whole half a face.
Yeah,
But
we'll use that
it
one.
is so velvety soft. So beautiful. It just like, I mean, you know, it just goes on so lovely and so velvety soft and gives your skin such a lovely feeling.
Yeah.
I'm done. You can pass over to Danielle now.
Yeah, I love our normal primer. It is great. But, like I said, because of my dry skin, this has now become my favourite. It's funny because you start out and you think you're going to love a certain product and then something else comes along.
Sorry.
Barry, I'm going to block you. Behave. Behave.
You behave,
Yeah,
because otherwise I'll laugh all the way through.
she will laugh all the way through. And then I'll block you. So,
Me?
this one, literally, you have to get it on quick because it does,
Melt.
yeah, kind of melt. But that's because of all of the
It goes for the
amazing.
heat, doesn't it? It just
Sorry.
sort of it goes with the warmth of your skin, so it just sort of sinks right in.
Yeah. As soon as it hits the heat of your hand, it just starts. I don't know. Starts working its magic. It's lovely. And once you've got it on, you literally can feel the difference. I know you've used this one as well,
Mm.
and you
You can't,
can feel the difference when you're.
you can't really see any difference just from putting the primer on,
No, but
but you can feel the difference.
different. Lovely ladies.
Mwah.
So that's it. That's me with my hydrating primer. I love that one. I love it, love it, love it. Are you going to do your thing?
Yes. So, concealer, my brush.
So need to point out, Georgina's doing it differently to me because I'm not using my concealer as a concealer.
I'm using my concealer as I would do if I was doing an eye makeup that's probably quite a heavy eye makeup, because it's inevitable that you're going to get a little bit of dust, not dust, you know what I mean, sort of fall out from the makeup.
Yeah.
And ending up on your face. And if you've already done your face, you don't want that sort of shimmery look, so you can wipe off, obviously, all the excess. So if I was doing a heavy makeup, which I might do next week, hint, hint, not saying what we're doing next week, but it might be a heavy eye.
Not for me.
Not for you, it is for me. Next week's topic I'm going to love. I think it might become my new go-to.
Yeah.
Right. Danielle's going to do the spray foundation, Claire. No, you're not. You're doing the stick, aren't you? She's already done the spray foundation.
But I am more than happy at the end to demo the spray. So stay tuned and I will demo the spray on the other half of my face.
I haven't got the spray yet. Right. Oh my God, I've just missed my brush. Because I'm looking in the camera and not at my brush. I just dropped concealer on my trousers, which are black. See, I'm trying to be really professional, right? I'm trying to be really good. And I dropped concealer on my lap.
Before we started this live, Georgina wrapped herself in bubble wrap and said, "This will save me if I do anything stupid like drop my makeup.
I didn't put it on my lap. Oh, for crying out loud. It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be a Two Girls Live if I didn't do something stupid. Would it? Honestly. Look. Big bubble wrap as well. Oh, right. I'm not going to look at the camera this time. I'm going to look at the brush. There we go. Compose yourself. I put too much on my brush as well.
That's a lot of concealer for one eye.
That is a lot of concealer for one eye. But hey ho, we might have to go two. I might just have to go like all the other places that I want to conceal, like every part.
Just leave it on there and use it at the end as your highlight.
Right, so this is really, really light. A lot lighter than my colour. I need to stop looking in there. I need to start looking in my mirror and not my camera. And so I've got a little... What are you laughing at? It's tickled her. Me making it tickle me. Right, so if you're going to do a heavy eye, you want to have a nice base. And so obviously you have your primer. And then we have our Mask of Zorro. Don't know what you was thinking.
Don't know what you was thinking. I need my right hand to send you a message.
Sorry.
You're right-handed then, Barry.
I'm ambidextrous, so I don't need any particular hand. Well, obviously, I need... Oh, for goodness sake! I mean, I don't need a particular... Oh, for God's sake. I don't need a particular hand. I can use both, is what I meant. To write, obviously, and to text. Danielle's done for the night now. She won't be able to talk. So anyway, I'm going to go back to being really professional now. Right. The concealer is really long lasting. It's lightweight and water resistant. While she's having uncontrolled, look at that. Nice. My Mask of Zorro. Then I'd put on my heavy eye. It's so nice as well. This. Are you all right now? This is why we normally do it without comments. We normally do it and swipe the comments to the side so we can't read them. Well, half the time, to be fair though, can't actually see comments. Tonight I can.
Oh.
Are you all right?
I know that. Yeah, I'm reading. I know that. Pull yourselves together. We'll use both hands to do that, Barry.
Right, Danielle's gone. That's her done. Right, this is suitable for sensitive skin as well.
Oh. It's lovely.
I'm done.
You're done? Right, I'm going to move on then. I'm going to move on with my stick. And I'm going to draw all over my face. Bye.
Bye, Barry.
I'm going to draw all over my face with this. Let's see what I get. See, he's not going now. He's just going to draw on us. He's still sitting there. Right, here we go. to that? Not much at all. And you honestly don't need it. I'm just going to draw that on the places where I want it.
Sorry, I'm just touching up my... Oh, for God's sake. My eye. Right, so Danielle's used the stick.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm gonna
working that in.
No, that's all right. Right, so the liquid foundation that I'm going to use comes in a lovely bottle with a little pipette. So recommend squeeze the pipette. I tend to squeeze it and push the lid down and then shake.
Oh, that's what I do. Because I think you need to get it all out of the pipette.
Exactly.
Bottle, shake it, and then it can squeeze it back in. Or
exactly.
Yeah.
So this is what I do. It's not, you know, I've not been told to say this wrong. This is what I do. Fold over, you know, squeeze it out. Once it's squeezed out, I fold it over. Stops anything coming back up. Shake it all out. Otherwise, you get that bit of separation and stuff inside it.
Yeah.
Give it a good shake.
Shake it up. Shake it up.
I know. Every time I say shake, I think of convention.
I know.
I'm just giving it a couple of squeezes to get it in and out, in and out. Right, so, little tip. If you find your makeup, any makeup, separating on your skin, it's not your makeup. I'm not saying it's your skin, but like your skin.
It's your skin.
Yeah. It is your skin. And it's not to say that you're not doing things properly, but every now and again you need to exfoliate because you get dead skin building up. And it doesn't matter how much you wash.
Once a week.
Exactly.
Once a month, once every quarter isn't good enough.
So you get all your dead skin off, and what you'll find is that if you've been having problems with foundations, of them sort of separating or looking cakey or flaky, crackly, yeah, you'll have a lot better coverage and a lot better looking foundation because you've took off that layer of skin, dead skin effectively. Right, lost my brush. There it is. So I've shaken and I've squeezed. Now I'm going to drip. Right, I'm not going to look in the camera again because I'll end up with it all over me. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, because they're quite tiny drops. And I'm only doing half a face. And that's probably still too much.
Yeah.
So obviously, imagine I've done my eye. So I've got lovely eye makeup on. So then I can go over the concealer and over my face. It smells so good. So I'm dibby-dabbing.
It smells like summer in a bottle.
It does.
That's what I always say. I love that.
I've just got over my eye that I would have done nice, but, you know, I wouldn't do that normally. I'm dibby-dabbing to begin with. Just to make sure that get... And then I'll start blending and buffing out. And if I feel like I need another coverage, because it's not meant to be a full cover up, the liquid foundation. It does cover up, does give you a flawless finish, but it's not formulated to give you a heavy cover up like the stick.
Yes.
To sort of enhance and reveal the beauty of your skin already, just to give you a more even tone. But you do find that it does cover up quite well, especially just over the top of the concealer or the concealer over the top of it, depending on what way you do it. But yeah, it's meant to be buildable as well, so you can put a bit on like I've done. That's given me already sort of all the spots, not spots, freckles and stuff that I've got. They've pretty much gone. And I'm not even looking in a mirror at the moment. I'm looking in my camera. So I need to start looking in the mirror to blend it out a bit. But I might put another coat on in a minute. But yeah, just that one coat.
Yeah.
Sort of from.
Like you say, that one's buildable. So if you're finding that you're having a particularly rough day, we all get them. I wake up
Yeah.
some mornings and I'm like, where did that spot come from? Or where did that patch come from? And with that one, you can just do an extra coat and it goes on. Because sometimes, like, I don't wear the stick for work. My stick foundation is for if I'm going out for the night or something like that, when I want that not not heavy coverage, full coverage, and it is slightly heavier than the others.
Yeah.
Although once it dries, you don't even know it's there. But it is heavier coverage than the others. Whereas I find that the liquid foundations and the BB creams, they're everyday coverage. They're ones that I'd wear for work and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Just
definitely.
out and about every day.
So I'm just gonna put a couple more drops on while you're doing yours, and I'm just gonna build it up a little bit just to give that.
Lovely. So all I'm gonna use my finger for this bit because I'm gonna use my concealer as a highlighter. I'm not gonna use it as a concealer. And so I'm just gonna put a little tiny bit on my hand. And so this stuff is so highly pigmented, you don't need a lot. And I'm just going to use that to highlight. I'm only going to highlight half my face though, so it might look a little bit weird.
You won't be warm with a coat on.
Another coat.
Oh, got confused.
So I'm just going over all the bits that the sun would naturally hit. So like cheekbones. Can you see the difference in that colour already? See how that's really highlighting? I'm going to do that little bit under my brow bone, just here.
Sorry.
What you done?
Nothing.
She's done something.
No, I just bent down, looked up, caught myself in the camera, and just had thoughts of what we were discussing earlier.
Ah.
My Aunt McPartlin.
So look at that lovely highlight. And I can use this one as a concealer as well. So I could have done what Georgina did. I can put it on my eyes and hide all of that and then put my makeup over. I can use it as a concealer for blemishes and stuff like that, because I always tend to, when I am using a concealer for that, I do go a little bit lighter just to hide it a bit. So because I've already gone a bit lighter, I can use it to highlight.
Obviously, you can go a bit darker and contour.
Yeah, definitely. In fact,
especially if you get quite a good tan during the summer,
yeah,
but sort of don't during the winter, and obviously you have a couple of different colours. If you've got one that's a sort of slightly darker shade, you could use that for contouring to give you a more natural look because it's nearer to the colours of your foundation.
yeah. I'm just going to check this out in my mirror because obviously I've just been using my phone.
Right, so while Danielle's doing that, there's different opinions on when you should use. So, you should have your own show. I'm reading what he's written now instead of talking what I'm talking about. There's different opinions on when you should use your concealer. Some people say before, some people say after to cover it. Obviously, if you're going to do a heavy eye, I'd say do sort of the Mask of Zorro is what I call it, because that's what I looked like when I did both eyes. And then obviously, if you need to afterwards, a bit like you're doing, if you want to highlight, you can highlight. If there are a few bits, if you've used quite a light coverage foundation, you can use the concealer to sort of go over the top of that.
Yeah.
And just cover up the bits that, you you don't like or something, especially if you've got the same concealer as your foundation.
Yeah, definitely.
It, you know, you can blend that in quite well and have the fuller coverage if you've got a light foundation.
Yeah.
If you've got the stick foundation, I wouldn't necessarily say you'd need to use the concealer sort of afterwards to cover, but if you've got the sort of lighter ones, you might want to do that. Oh, sorry, I just need to say the liquid goes from liquid to powder finish.
It does. It does powder finish.
Forgot to say that earlier.
Yep.
But
the one I used was Velour.
I used Eyelet.
Mine's my...
Eyelet.
Ah. This is my darker colour for the summer.
That's my lighter colour.
In the winter, I'm like, scarlet.
That's
Organza,
well pale.
Scarlet organza. I'm like Casper the Ghost. I'm like...
That sounded like an alien.
Did it? Over the door. That door drives me insane. I keep saying I'm going to get some WD-40 and spray it, and then I don't. Right, talking of spraying it, are we ready? I'm just going to do this side because your friend wanted me to demo the
Please.
spray.
Claire, if you're still there, the spray's coming.
Couple of sprays coming. This one first.
Oh, that right. So the setting spray, yeah.
Yeah.
Just in case you wanted to know this, because I've been researching, you see, doing my good stuff. It can be used under your foundation for a matte look. Doesn't have to be used just over the top.
Nope.
So it can double as a prime. Like if you haven't got a primer and you want to sort of make the most of the products you've got. If you've got the setting spray, you can put that on first as a primer and to give you a more matte finish.
Yeah, but sometimes I use it between stuff as well. So sometimes I'll do my concealer, set
Sorry,
it.
I'm saying hello.
Sometimes I'll do my concealer, set it, do my foundation, set it, and then at the end do a set over everything. Sometimes I do it that way. Right, let me do this side. Ready?
I'm a bit naughty. Sometimes I don't even set.
Oh, you should always set.
I know.
This smells good as well. I always forget how good this smells because you usually use the powder. It does smells good. So just gonna
Waft yourself.
Yeah, just gonna dry myself off. I was gonna say blow dry.
Oh.
Shall I do the other side?
You can do. I've lost my settings powder.
Not you as well.
Yeah. I had it earlier because I showed it to you.
I'm just going to do a little bit of primer on the other side of my face now.
No, not under the spray.
No, but I like it. And there are mixed.
There are mixed
reviews on this, mixed opinions, and
There
I
are.
just feel really unnatural not putting a primer on under a foundation. So I'm going to. Because
I deliberately
I
have
like
half
it.
a face for anyone that's just joined.
Oh yeah, my half a face. So yeah, I'm going to continue.
Right, I'm just gonna look at what the time is on the live. Oh no, I can't. Why will it not show me the time?
The time we've been on, or what time it is?
No, the time on sort of the live.
Oh, I don't know. We've been on a while.
It won't show me Because I was going to say, if anyone wanted to just see the spray foundation,
Oh,
I'd say
gonna
roughly
be
35. 8:35, so 35 minutes through.
Yeah, 35. So, shake.
Are you shaking and spraying or spraying on the brush?
I'm going to spray on the brush. I'm going to do the shaking. Shake it up. Shake it up. I can't. Every time I do shaking,
I
it's
know.
convention. It's annoying.
Even at work, I stand there and I go, shake it up, shake it up. Oh, 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 oh.
No, it's addictive.
So at convention, every time someone said shake it for any product, they played the song Shake It Off by Taylor Swift. So now that's why we think of it, because that's what happened at convention. Every time we heard someone said shake it, that's what we had to do. We all had to stand up and we all had to shake it.
You loved it. Don't pull faces. You loved it.
I loved it when there was no one in the hall and I got up with Sarah and we danced the cha-cha slide. There was hardly anybody around and we won a prize. And then when it came to dancing again with you, I wouldn't get up because there was too many people.
And there too many people. I'm on stage on my own dancing.
No, Sarah went up with you, didn't she?
Yes. No, after. And Georgina won't come. I didn't care. I was enjoying it. So, a couple of sprays. And then dab that.
Dibby dab dab.
Dab that all over. I'm going to line dab as well.
Move a bit closer to the camera because the light's a bit bright.
My light rubbish. Has it just got brighter as I moved closer?
I don't know. Is
that better?
A little bit, yeah.
And then I'll just blend out the edges.
Right, so the spray foundation gives you a really, really, what's the word? Full coverage, not heavy, full coverage.
Yeah.
So it's, it's your, if you want to go out clubbing or something, it's your going out makeup. Or if you've got something, you can use it all over your body as well. So I've got a couple of scars. Well, quite a few more at the moment, but I've got a couple of scars. And if you wanted to cover them up, that'd be great to cover them up, sort of over your body. Tattoos. A lady at convention had her tattoos covered up.
I was just going to say I'm going to spray Dean. He won't appreciate that because he's just gone up for a bath. Thank you, Linda. He's just gone up for a bath.
Oh, thank you.
But he won't appreciate that. So maybe I'll get him tomorrow before he goes up for a bath and spray him then because he's got tattoos.
Oh, okay.
The coverage. So there we have.
So I was looking to see if I had anything I could cover up, but they've pretty much gone now.
Do you know what I saw someone do the other day though? Hold on, let me see if I can find it. It was incredible what she did. Oh, on it, I'll grab one. So she put all over her face lip stain. And she put it on like chicken pox. You know this stuff isn't coming off. And she put it on like chicken pox all over her face. Shall I?
Yeah, but you've already done your face. Can you not do it on your hand?
Let me do my arm.
Yeah. Good job you ain't got to get up tomorrow and go anywhere, right?
Oh, yeah. So, here we have my lip stain. I'm just going to let it dry for a few seconds. Honestly, this stuff goes on. goes on my lips doesn't go anywhere.
It doesn't
It's
go
great
anywhere.
for Georgina, who loves kissing white paper.
I love kissing white paper and white dogs.
White shirts.
White doors. White cars. Only white, like, because it shows up more. Well,
I know, I'm only playing. Right, so that's not going anywhere. That's my lip stain. And it's not even smudging, though. It's just not going anywhere at all. Yeah, it doesn't matter what I wipe it with. It's not going anywhere. So, and then all she did was she used her brush, but I've obviously only got one hand.
You haven't. You've got two hands, you liar.
I have, but I've got one in the air and I've got the other one holding the spray. But she did it on the brush. I'm going to do it on the brush.
That's it.
And that is with that little tiny bit of spray. And like the liquid foundation, this is completely buildable. So if you have got anything like this, you just build it. Just give it a few seconds to dry. You see that coverage?
The light's not great, but you can see that it's covered.
What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at anything.
No, Dean. He's
Oh,
back
because
from
I'm
his
not
bath.
laughing at anything, honestly.
He's back from his bath and he's laughing at me, probably because I've drawn all over myself.
Tell him he won't be laughing in a little while when you spray him.
And I said I'll have to wait until tomorrow. Before he has his bath tomorrow, I'll spray him. So yeah, that's what she did, and she just built on it and built on it. And then it all disappeared. It was incredible. I ain't got time to do that.
I'm just sitting here, keep stroking my face with my brush. No particular reason at all, just because it feels nice.
Just because
And
it feels nice. So there we have our flawless file. I've got two different looks. I've got stick foundation this side. I've got spray foundation that side.
And I can't do my setting because I lost it.
Yeah, Georgina lost her setting powder.
I had it earlier on because I showed you it.
Indeed. Right, so we have a YouTube channel. I hate me telling you this. We now have a YouTube channel. Please head over and subscribe. I will put the link in the comments here.
No.
I will. I'll put the link in the comments here, and I'm going to, well, I've already uploaded our previous 3 lives that we did. I downloaded them. I've uploaded those to
Not
YouTube.
the Saturday one. Not the Saturday one.
The Saturday one as well. Yeah. Well, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah. So I'm going to put the the link. Thank you. I've got him shouting at me now. Link. I'm going to put the link in the comments. So please head over, give us a like, subscribe. You can watch back all of the madness that's happened over the last 4 episodes.
And there has been some madness.
There has been some madness over the last 4 episodes, and there's more madness to come. Don't worry. We've got much more madness in us. It's fine. Coming your way. We'll be back here. We'll We'll be back here next Tuesday, unless, I don't know, unless Georgina turns up in her car and we end up in as the car park or something.
No, we need to find a different one. Sports Direct.
Different Sports Direct, yeah.
Costa.
So,
Leighton Orient Football Club. West Ham Football Club. Excel Centre. Who knows?
no, she drives. I don't care. I'll go anywhere.
City Airport.
Go sit anywhere and put my makeup on. I don't mind. So, unless we end up doing another impromptu one, we will see you next Tuesday, 8 o'clock, regular slot. Make sure you join us, and thank you for joining us tonight. And if you need anything, give us a shout. And remember that this Flawless 4 is this month's special offer. It's this month's Kudos. Yeah, Georgina's grabbing everything. And you can choose the spray foundation. You can choose my favourite, the stick foundation. That's that side. Love that stuff. And you get a choice between the setting spray and the setting powder. So, give us a shout if you need anything. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening, and thank you all for watching. And we're going to see you next week.
I'll just keep like flashing
products. Bye.
Bye.